like, you push a number, try number. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Northwestern University! If we could have all of our class move forward a little bit when we're done speaking. When we're done speaking, we will then do the class photo. I know you guys are super psyched to get that done. But my name is Patty Hilkert. I'm the Director for New Student and Family Programs, and I'd like to welcome you to Wildcat Welcome 2013! Take it away, Dan.
All right, I'd like to welcome you to our march through the arch. You've made it. Congratulations. I'd like to welcome our parents and our family members who have traveled far and wide and have worked their butts off to get you here. So give your parents a round of applause. The very bright people standing behind me are the Wildcat Welcome Board of Directors. I think many of you have interacted with them via social media this summer, and so you should probably know them pretty well by now. We also have Daniel McKenzie, our Assistant Director. We have Andrea. And we have more staff that's at Millennium Park getting ready for something called Purple Pride. At this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce you to our president, President Morton Shapiro.
You know what I love about that Morty cheer? It's easy to remember the words. It's like one word, Morty. So welcome everybody. I'm going to have a chance to speak to the students next Monday. So I'm going to try to think of something wise, sage advice to give you. God knows it's probably going to come up empty here, but I'll try. So today, rather than talk about how to thrive here at Northwestern, I just want to congratulate you on getting into one of the most selective schools in the universe. And I just hope you love it here. It's a wonderful community full of the greatest of Midwest values, civility and empathy and perseverance, etc. You're going to have a great week before classes start. Then you're going to have a great time once classes start. Don't forget to go. I'm saying that especially with your parents here. But this week is great. We're about to get on 56 different buses and head down to Chicago. One of the things I've always lamented as president of Northwestern is that not everybody immediately recognizes that Chicago is truly one of the great cities in the world. But you're going to see it immediately. And this is one hell of a beautiful day to see it. So you're going to enjoy that. A couple other highlights. You're going to get on the football field. Some of you are actually playing, but the rest of you try not to play. But you're going to get to run on the field. It's really a great tradition we started a couple years ago. So you're going to look forward to that before the main game. Oh, you're going to get on 56 buses again. You're going to go to Six Flags and have a great time. Great community bonding experience. So you're going to have a great time before classes. I'll see you next week. Enjoy every minute of it. Go Cats!
Thank you, Morty. At this time, I'd like to introduce the president of the Associated Student Government, otherwise known as ASG, Ani Ajif.
I don't have a cheer just yet, but I'm working on it. There we go, thanks. Good morning, folks. This is definitely the earliest I will be up all quarter. See me later if you want tips on how to pick the right classes, kids. You've had a wonderful first 24 hours of Walkout Welcome. The fun part is just around the bend. I promise you, Patty's office has done an amazing job. You're going to have a great time. Fair warning, though. Over the next week or so, you'll be asked about 150 to 200 times for 3 things: your name, your major, and your hometown. We did that a lot freshman year. It's an icebreaker. It's a conversation starter designed to break through to even the most awkward of you, and it works. So I thought today I'd share with you a slightly extended version of that, just to get you started, get you in the groove. My story actually starts a world away from here, in the South Indian metropolis of Bangalore. Anyone from here? Anyone heard of it? Yeah, all right, okay, cool. We'll get there. But we didn't stay there very long. When I was 2, my family and I, we moved to a sleepy little fishing village in southern Vietnam. Bit of a dramatic shift. My dad's in the oil industry, so for the next decade or so, my family, my sister, my parents and I, we moved all over the world. And by the time I landed in Houston, where I started and finished high school and where my family lives now, Houston, there we go, thanks, there we go. More for that. We had moved to 8 different cities. I studied in just as many schools and moved some 15 houses in the process. By all counts, it was an amazing experience. It definitely profoundly shaped my character, my development. And while I can pack a mean box, though, there's something missing from that story. It's a sense of belonging, a real hometown, a community to call my own. Because no matter where we moved every 2 years, I could never say that I had as much claim, as much stake in the community as any of my friends in the neighborhood did. Which is where Northwestern comes in for me. I remember the exact moment when I felt 17 years of searching for a community to call my own come to fruition. I was standing in the backyard of Norris. Have you been there yet? It's gorgeous. I was on a campus tour, and I had tuned out for a few seconds, I'll admit. It was a beautiful June day. The Lakeville was breathtaking. I was looking at the Big N on SPAC and the sweeping panorama that would be my home for the next 4 years. And man, I'm no chemist, but there was definitely a spark there. Fast forward 3 years. Sorry about that. Thank you. Where's the band when we need it, huh? Fast forward 3 years, and I have a better idea what I saw that day. I saw a 160-year-old institution that at heart is a lot like us 20-somethings, and you teenagers, of course. We're open to change, we're ready to tackle challenges in unique ways, and best of all, we know there's still a lot of work left to do. That's why Northwestern is an institution and a community that has let its traditions evolve with its students, not the other way around. That's why when we welcome our first-year students to campus, we march you through the arch, which is a tradition we came up with like 4 years ago, and then we invite you to join us as we set off another fast-paced year of research and discovery, innovation and collaboration. I'll give you a quick example of one of our latest examples of a student-driven innovation and tradition. Hot off the presses, about a year ago, a few friends and I, we were brainstorming in a class that's focused on building community here at Northwestern. It brings together students from all across campus and sets us at work creating unique solutions to our biggest challenges, with one caveat. We're not allowed to just throw money at problems. We had to actually leverage existing community assets, which means what we already have here. So we identified a couple problems, a couple areas where we thought we could improve as a community. One, how do we actually make sure we're honoring tradition and history alongside innovation? And 2, over-programming. Because on any given Friday night, the average Northwestern student has way too many options for entertainment and enrichment, and I'm not even counting the parties. So the idea we came up with, thanks Willie, the idea we came up with, which we actually made a reality 6 months later during the class of 2016's Walkout Welcome, I'm dating myself here, was to throw a huge party on Deering Meadow right here, the historic heart of our campus, at the end of Walkout Welcome. And instead of going it alone, we got 5 of our biggest, most influential student groups to come together and provide food, live music, and tons of free stuff for all 2,000 incoming students. We called it Deering Days. And this year, for your Walkout Welcome, we're bringing it back. 1 week from today, well actually, 6 days from today, the day before classes start, FYI, your entire class will once again gather here in this meadow. One of the few times your entire cohort will be in one location together just to chill. You'll have lunch while listening to live student performances, playing games and activities, and of course, the best part, picking up tons of Northwestern-themed free merchandise. You're welcome. And we planned this event for you over the spring and in the summer, in between a full load of classes and 80-hour-week internships in Goldman Sachs, on Capitol Hill, and Teach for America, because that's pretty standard behavior for Northwestern students. Sometimes we'll miss an hour or 2 of sleep or triple book an hour-long block on Wednesdays because we like to take advantage of the fact that Northwestern is a sandbox. It's a lab, it's an incubator for some of the most brilliant minds and ideas in the world. That's why I feel like I belong in this community. We're not content with where we are. We set a vision and we get there ahead of schedule. We're dreamers and we're academics, yes, but we're also doers. But as you'll soon learn, even as we move to realize these goals, every artist and scientist and entrepreneur and engineer and writer on campus knows that there is no such thing as a final draft. We as students, as alumni, as administrators and faculty, we don't derive our entire sense of worth and collective purpose from yesterday's accomplishments. Instead, you're joining a community defined by its determination to reach even higher today. That's why, for the first time in my life, I feel like I belong. And I know I will for the rest of my life. So on behalf of the entire Northwestern family here assembled, welcome home. This is now your Northwestern too. Thank you.
Thank you, Ani. Now's the big moment. It is our tradition to take a class photo for all of our new students. You did a really good job of getting in the right positions initially, and now we're going to have you push back, stay between the flags, and turn around and face Jill up there, our wonderful photographer. But move all the way forward. Just stay where you are, but just keep moving all the way forward. Jessica's on the other end, probably telling you when to stop. While we're doing that, if any parents have lost their car keys, we do have a pair of car keys up here. Raj right here has them in his possession. See Raj in the orange next to Willie. Keep moving forward. Jill is up in the cherry picker. She is